Okay, so this is the bracket I did. So instead of it being down here, it's now up here. It's the same bracket I had. It actually fitted really good. And I drilled a hole here, tapped it, and now it's nice and secure down there. I can reach it. I can remove it if I want to. And I've used the nut here, or the bolt that holds this up as well. So I didn't need to change anything apart from this thing in the frame, which is okay, I guess. It's actually pretty sturdy again, so I think I'm going to leave it like that. So the adjuster over here for the throttle, I've still got plenty of room to wiggle that around. I'm going to take off the carb and the float bowl gaskets. We'll swap those out, do the pilot jets, mount everything back in. So that's how it's on the bike. And when you look at all the stuff that's everywhere, it's kind of above the float bowls. Same on this end. And also the inside. So my guess is that this fuel line thingy is leaking also. So the gasket might be leaking. So the coloring is actually starting from up here to over there. So that's higher than the float bowl gasket. So over there, it's hard to see on camera, but and the same is on this side. So the fuel would leak from these points, which are notorious. And then it runs down over here on both sides onto this ledge. And then starts spreading from here over to this side, over to that side, and then dripping from these screws all the way down to the underbelly of the float bowls. They're actually dripping right now, as you can see. And this has been completely colored yellow because of the fuel. So my guess is that this thing's a problem, and I've had that before. Now it was to the right a bit more when I took it off. That could be a problem as well, that it wasn't like seated properly, but it's leaking on both sides. So I have done some Teflon tape in here, but that actually completely dissolves over time, so that's not a good thing. So I need to find a new one, but these are really expensive. If you can think about how expensive this thing is, these are really cheap carbs, but I think this is about 40 euros, one of these. So if anybody knows something better than that, let me know in the comments below. And also I've had troubles with these threads as well, especially on this side. I had to get creative over here and actually tapped a new hole in one of these, but so it may not seat here as well as good as we want to. So it could be two things. So I took these caps off from beneath, where you can drain the float bowls, and this is the jet we're gonna replace. As you can see, it's a 135, and I'm going up to 140. So that's, I think, 2 steps. And there's a 137.5 as well, but I'm going to 140. See what that does. If not, I may have to do the other jets as well, maybe even a needle, but I'm just doing one thing at a time. And I need to take off the float bowls because I want to change those gaskets as well. So this is my main jet from the Suzuki, and that sits here in that hole. Now that is really a small area to get it in. This is the 135. Now I've ordered the only ones I could find, the 140, And they are, as you can see, bigger. The head is bigger. So they are the same, I think. I'm not really sure, but I'm not sure. But anyway, this big end needs to come down. So I'm just going to turn it out on the lathe and see if that works. And see if it'll actually fit. I'm not really sure, but these are the only ones I can find. And I can't return them, so might as well have a go. It worked, got it in there. May not be beautiful, but we have now a 140 main jet. Let's see what that does. Cool. The other thing is this is the old gasket, which is a bit unflexible and doesn't really seal properly, I think. So I ordered new ones, but they are different. Now everything's the same except this hole over here, that one, is in a different place here. It sits over the idle jet, over there. So I guess if I just put a hole, just transfer it from this to that, like so, it should be fine. See if we can make it work. Let's do the other one, turn this down and then put it all back in the bike. Okay, so I managed to get some holes in here. Should work, so let's put the car back together. So I've also keep having problems with the clutch. So one of the things I'm just trying is to put in a brand new clutch cable. Maybe there's too much slack on it, or not really sure. So I'm going to take off the clutch cover, remove the cable, and put it back together with the new one. So I got the car back on. I've got the new clutch cable on. Everything's put back together again. Still have a problem with my fuel cock, whatever you call it.
Holy moly, that's a huge cock.
It leaks, so it needs probably some sort of new gasket. I haven't done that yet.
What's wrong with you anyway?
Bird flu.
But there's a vaccine for that.
So it's going to be fine-tuning now, see if it runs actually with those new jets in and the new gaskets. They kind of fit, I don't know. Yeah, see if it runs. Let's start with that and go from there. So far things are looking good. I think the new cable made a big difference. It was a lot tighter, so I didn't have to string it up as much as I did with the other one. It was like at the limit. And this one's got a lot more slack and play with to fine tune it. I'm not really sure about the idle yet, so I'm gonna take it for a spin and see what this does.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so I kind of stranded here, not far from a house, but I was like really revving the engine going up to 90 k's and suddenly it just went dead and I lost power as well. It's back now, so I don't know why. I'll just have another go, see if I can get home, but it's not really good actually. For some reason the engine is like totally freaking out. Don't know why. It's causing an issue. Fuse is okay. Maybe something's stuck underneath here. See what's wrong. But this is loose. Too loose. I need to turn that and I'll be okay, I guess. Did work, did my repairs work, and I have to say it did. The difference at high speed is really big. So I went well over 100 kilometers an hour, no issues whatsoever. And with the other jets, so with the 135, it would stutter at about 90, 100. Now it's just smooth sailing, so it went really well. The other thing that's improved is that there's no more leaks in the carb. Every time I used to come back, it will be like dripping here, not a lot, but some. And there's nothing here right now, so that's a positive. Idle is still a bit hard. It changes every now and again, but I just kind of do the idle adjuster as I go along. It does it sometimes, but not always. As soon as it runs really good. And the big difference is this clutch cable. Checked everything with the old cable. It was doing what it should do, but it was at its maximum strength. Put in a new clutch cable. Problem was fixed straight away. It's a lot better at shifting. I can feel it not sticking anymore while I ride it. It didn't change, so the only thing that's always leaking is this chain adjuster. It could be grease that's coming out right now. It's really hot also. Maybe it's some old grease. I don't think it's coming from the carb. No, it clearly isn't, because I can't see anything. So for some reason this chain tensioner always keeps leaking. So only have 4 hours of sleep, but I made it. It's really muddy, but I made it. So I'm gonna do the cheese ride. So I'm gonna see if I can make it. So this is my bike with all the mud. This is where I had to start my ride. After the ride, I kind of did a walk around. Other bikes already gone. It was late in the afternoon, so these are all pretty cool army bikes. I guess Harley Davidsons and stuff. I really don't know. And that's a Beamer, of course. I drove in with the one on the left-hand side. Pretty cool. Same as this. There's this little monkey, Honda, and of course lots of mopeds, Kreitlers, Sundabs. So a good mix, but as you can see, a lot of them are already gone. Yeah, it's actually a bigger event than I thought. So a lot of zoom depths, like I said, and a lot of mud. It's like ridiculous. So then I found this beautiful Honda. Really like that one. Honda Super Sport. Really nice. Later I found a Honda Goldwing, the same one that I've got, except with sidecar. Of course, I don't have that. But this is the same as I've got. Same carb, well, nearly the same. And there's a few differences with the different pedal, of course, being a sidecar. So I kind of had a look around, but it looks really nice. It's got those gauges, I don't have that. Band playing, of course, they're pretty good. Crowd is shit, band's good. So, as you can see, a lot of people have already gone. But that was pretty good, apart from the rain in the morning. So these are cool also. Yamaha XT500s. Really expensive bikes nowadays. And then I saw this. Now this is a mean machine. It's an NSU. Such a strange bike. And I believe it's actually a car engine. So it's not necessarily a bike engine, but it's the engine from a car. Really strange motorbike. I think it was the coolest one I saw there. Really love that. Red one as well. Look at that thing. And you can see the chain underneath with the open case with the oil in it. Look at that. Coolest bike by far, I think. But again, I've missed a lot. This was one of the winners. Peugeot, really old. Lovely. Just lovely. Yeah, it's very nice. Look at that. So just walking around again. A lot of these army bikes. Moto Guzzi, BMW, Yamaha, Moto Guzzi, Hondas.
Hier hebben we 2 zundapscooters.
This is a Harley Davidson. This is probably really rare. It runs and it's pretty cool, I think. Bike should run. And a matchless.
Dat had wel mooi geweest. Mooi geweest, man.
So that is really, really nice.
100 kilo bagger meegenomen. Ja. Had je ruzie kunnen maken bij jou in de straat, hè? Met de grootste hufter op de stoep gegooid. Heeft hij al gedaan? Ja, oké. Goeie zaak hoor, goeie zaak.
Holland Field.
Weet je hoe dat heet? Dat was de ammoniakbehandeling.
Later.
So I made it back home. And the bike did perfectly. So much fun to ride this thing. I actually did 135 kilometers an hour this time. It every now and again hesitates, so I think there's still some dirt in the tank maybe. I'm not really sure. Or it's the clutch that's slipping when it's really going fast, or yeah, I don't know. Already maybe it's the idle that's just too low. But in the end, they ran perfectly. It was a brilliant day. So I'll be sure to go next year. This year it was just a bit hard with the night shift and stuff. But all I need to do now is get away all that dirt and stuff. But I love this bike. It's really good fun. And it's really good this winter. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Hit the buttons and the bells below. You know what to do. Instagram, Facebook, we've got it all. So thanks for subscribing and see you in the next one. Cheers.